Hey Alexa, what's today's date?
Today is Sunday, May 29th.
Sunday, May 29th. Today I am completing my 100 miles on a Peloton, and I thought that I would do a cycle and chatting. So I just did a 20-minute workout, and that left me, this is a great view. So I just did 4.72 miles, and then this says that I need to do another 2.2 miles. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna do an open ride, well, a more ride, and then a just ride. That's the name of it. And I'm gonna cycle and chat until I reach 2 miles and darn, I forgot. Did I say 2.22 miles? Does this look better with this curtain open? I had it closed because I couldn't see the screen. Yeah, that looks better with the curtain open. I'm kind of like, this is the best view I've ever gotten on a bike. Y'all know why? Remember that video when I was like, I'm gonna clean my room, and I was actually spaced to move this stand like all the way back? Lord, okay. I wish I had like remembered what I talked about on the last cycle and chatting so I could pick up from there, but I have no idea. Because the reality is like, I'd be cycling and I'd be chatting. It's not like planned. It's just kind of here. Goodness, oh God, and I feel kind of gross. Like I'm very sweaty, I mean, as I should be. Today is, little fly. Hey Alexa, what's today's weather?
The current weather is 72 degrees Fahrenheit with partly sunny skies. You can expect more of the same today, with a high of 78 degrees and a low of 63 degrees. Hope you're having a good weekend, Moni Meish.
So, the weather forecast keeps changing because when I checked yesterday, it said that today was supposed to be 88 degrees, but sometimes Amazon, Apple, and like Google are slightly different with the weather forecast, just slightly, not completely. Oh my God, did my headphones just now connect? What is happening? Okay, I hope y'all can hear me. I thought my headphones was connected this whole time. This week has been very interesting, and the main thing on my mind, which I talked about it a little bit in the video I posted yesterday, which was a food review of a new Snicker brownie. I put the card thing right on top. And I started talking about my anxiety. And one, I want to say that I'm thankful for the people who I've been like open with about my mental health and who are understanding of my mental health. And I don't want to say names. Some people are shy and they don't want their names said on here. But like, I was at work and one of my coworkers was like, oh, there's an empty room that you could go sit in. So at first I was like, no, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take you up on this offer because I felt like, how can I say? I felt like I was trembling. Like, you know how you like tremble, like your hands and your feet, and you might be nervous, or like people who have, I believe it's Parkinson's, they're like this a lot, and sometimes it's like really, really subtle and you can barely see it, kind of like this. But my inside, hear me out. I know some people it sounds crazy, which is something that people with like mental illness and like disabilities are like oftentimes scared to like share because people are extremely judgmental. But I felt like my insides were trembling. I felt like I was about to start crying. I felt like I finally got to like a breaking point and I could not hold it in. So I went and I sat in a room trying to hold back my tears. And then this person, which I never thought I would, how can I say? I never imagined I'd be thankful for this particular person, but this person, I'm not gonna say their name, there's like a little hole in the glass door. So this person, they see me there, my head is like against the wall like this, and I'm just like sitting there breathing, and he knocks on the door and he says, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm not okay." And then he's like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I'm having an anxiety attack." And just verbalizing it made me, like, I feel like I'm gonna start crying right now. Like, verbalizing it made me cry. And then he was like, do you want me to sit with you? And I said, no. And then he's like, okay. And then I think he said, if you need something, let me know. Maybe. Or he just said, okay, and go. But I felt, even if he didn't say it, like, if I needed something, like, I could just, like, shoot a text. And he would come back. And I felt like in life, I needed that. And this person, I'm going to write them a card now. But, like, this person, I've thought about it a few times yesterday. And now again today that I'm making this video. And it made me feel good. And a lot of times as adults we'll be like, oh yeah, I'm fine, I got it under control. And it's like, yes, I am a strong black woman, but at the same time I am weak in some areas. I'm not always 100%. Sometimes I need someone there, sometimes I need support, sometimes I need extra love and attention and affection. And maybe the reason that I started crying more is because I know my issues, and I know that I have abandonment issues, right? And I'm meeting several other people who have abandonment issues. And what really came up for me is that people always say that they're gonna stay. People always be like, oh, if you need something, let me know. People always gonna say, yeah, I'll be there. But it was like, when I needed you the most, were you there? And it kind of makes me think about, like, Avatar. Like, when the world needed him, he disappeared. I feel like when I needed certain people in my life, they weren't there. Or even my yearly themes. My theme for 2020 was to celebrate myself. And that was important because growing up in a household where there's 15 people, it's like, yeah, okay, your birthday is coming, but someone else's birthday is like tomorrow. Or, yeah, for example, okay, 1 mile down and 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I usually do a mile and 5, but I'm not stressing it today because I'm cycling and chatting. Darn, what was I gonna say? Darn, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna talk about Christmas. Christmas has always been something that I haven't connected to, and I've learned that I never realized, but apparently I do have some social awkwardness. Because people will be like, oh, Merry Christmas, which is like a socially accepted yearly event, right? And people will be like, Merry Christmas, and I'm just like, okay, like, whatever. And I remember, like, in my foster home, I know that I got Christmas gifts. Like, I remember this one time, like, they told us to go upstairs and go to sleep, and then, like, there was a big green van, and the big green van was full of garbage bags and garbage bags and garbage bags full of toys. So I remember that one year we got a lot of toys. I don't really remember what I got, but I know that I got something for that Christmas. But as you get older, it's like, oh, you're not a kid anymore. Or as you get older and you really start to see financial difficulties, right? So financial difficulties meaning, like, Christmas is on the 25th, New Year's is on the 1st, and yeah, you want to celebrate, but rent is also due on the 1st. Does it make financial sense to go out and to spend all this money on Christmas when you have to pay rent? And it's like, I feel like people are more, like, financially savvy now. But before, we didn't have Robinhood, we didn't have online banking, we didn't have things like that. And something I say all the time, like, females weren't allowed to have bank accounts until, like, the 1970s. So if your parent was born in the 1970s and you were born in 1990, maybe, just maybe, your family, your adult, when you were younger, didn't have a bank account. Also, when you throw in, like, the crack era, because maybe, just maybe, your family spent all their money on drugs. So they weren't really saving money. So, to loop the story back in, right? So Christmas I never really connected with, and then New Year's, and then my birthday's January 10th. And he used to be like, well, either you're going to get a Christmas gift or you're going to get a birthday gift. And as a conscious adult who's educated now, it's like, I get it. I completely understand why I had to choose one or the other. But as a kid, and then also adding in global warming has such a big impact. When I was younger, it used to always be a snowstorm, or it used to be so cold outside, 10 degrees. Oh, you can't go outside, it's too cold. So me wanting to celebrate myself didn't really happen. I think that spring, summer, and autumn babies more so celebrate themselves because they're able to be outside and to do different things because their environment allows. So one, that's my birthday going down the hole. And then even Valentine's Day. I am 32 years old and I have never had a Valentine. I had this guy I was talking to last year where he was like, oh, I'm not a romantic person and I'm not this, I'm not that. And then one day, which was after Valentine's Day, I go over to his apartment and he's like, oh, this is for you. But he wasn't, in my mind, he bought it because he walked past it and it's like, oh, well, okay, sure, why not? It's like $10. And in my mind, that's what happened. And he didn't even like hand it to me. He was just like, oh, that. And I'm just like, what? And I was just like, okay. I think I was just so detached. No, it's not called detached. What the hell is the word? Disattached? I'm not sure. So I wasn't connected, because I can't figure the word right now. I wasn't connected to it anymore because he had just went on and on about how he wasn't that person, and then for him to like get me something, I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. And I still have the teddy bear that he got me, and I actually think I should throw it away. Like I don't wanna look at the teddy bear and think about him. But was he my Valentine? No, it was after Valentine's Day. He was very clear when he wasn't a romantic person. Or I had this ex-boyfriend when I was 21 maybe, and he got me a single rose. He said that he didn't have money to buy me anything or to get more, a full bouquet, or to do anything else. Yeah, Valentine's Day 2 years ago, I went to church and I went to the movies 3 times that week, and I saw the Harley Quinn movie. And not that Valentine's Day is the end all be all and this one day is like the most important in the world, but it's like socially acceptable for it to happen, but I didn't do it. So it's like, okay, how can I move forward and celebrate myself? Which before the pandemic, I was very much so going out. Oh God, my butt hurts from sitting here all the time. I was like going out and doing things by myself, and I just really need to get back into it now that we're at the wit's end of the pandemic. What other ways can I celebrate myself? Oh, even maybe it's the world and not me. I don't know. If you think it's me, let me know. Because even with I know when I graduated and when I got my associates, some of my family did come, but they were all late. So it's like, you're gonna miss me walking across the stage. What's the point of you coming, really? Especially being punctual is like important to me, especially as I get older. Or I had a book release. Some people came. They were late. I hosted it. My graduation for my bachelor's didn't happen because of COVID. I sat on my couch with my cat as my name danced across the screen. Now my graduation for my master's is supposed to be August 15th, and COVID is going back up. So I'm just not really gonna hold my breath about that one. This past week, Thursday, was the graduation at my undergrad again, and I was just like, I think someone should have called, someone should have sent mail, I don't know, maybe I got skipped over, but no one said anything about how undergrads can, who missed because of COVID can still graduate. Alright, we're at 2.07 miles right now. I think I said 2.22, so I'm just gonna stay on. I'm not really sure what I said. Um, my birthday this past year, I was different. Um, it was a not specifically for my birthday, but I was just happy being with my girlfriends, and I was happy. Like, I got not even 100% happy. Let's say I was a good 60%, just because it was very like last minute, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get my nails done, and they were long, and they were like so cute, and I haven't had my nails done since then, which was January, and it's May, about to be June in like a couple days, and then I got my hair done, and I hated the whole experience of getting my nails done. I also think because I went to cosmetology school, which is also something else that I didn't celebrate, because there was no graduation apparently. I think they started doing graduations after that, but I think that things are like a cycle, and there's a beginning and there's a end, and I haven't really had many endings. I had a lot of starting things but not completing things, and I think I'm in a part of my life where I want to complete more things and like celebrate myself and show up for myself. Even I feel like I had a point and I forgot because I started talking about the circle. I don't remember. I'll come back to it one day. Even with like going on trips, I wanted to oh, I'm at 2.32. I think I made it now. Let's end this workout. All right, let's see if I made my goal. All right, that's paused. All right, guys, did I make my 100? Or do I need to come back to cycle a little bit more? Oh, excuse me. I did it. So yeah, I feel like I'm gonna start crying again. When I was really depressed a couple months ago, I didn't mind crying on camera, but like, there's not a lot of things that I get embarrassed by, but like, I don't want to cry on camera right now. I did it. I made my goal. Ow. And I'm hurting myself. I banged my knee on this, which I was supposed to unclick it downwards. I'm such a mess, which I need to speak positive about myself more too. Leave. I did it. I made it to 100.1 miles in 30 days. No, I'm less than 30 days because today's 28 days. Okay, I think the tears, I was trying not to look close to the camera. The tears are like, okay, I'm going back in. Goodness. I just want to say I'm proud of myself for doing that. In January, you couldn't have told me that I was going to do this. I need to move things around in my room. My backdrop, which I should be using. Oh, I should do it this way. That looks cute. Anyway, yeah, so in January, you couldn't have told me that I was going to be able to do 100 miles in 1 month. In October, when I was having my panic attacks, you couldn't have told me that I was going to be able to do this. I'm just really proud of myself for being able to do this. And I told myself for the month of June that I was going to do 150 miles. I don't know if I'll actually be able to make it to 150 just because I was thinking that I should, because it's getting hot outside, I should do more things outdoors. So I was considering canceling my Peloton membership just for the month or until the end of the summer, so that I could like, I want to jump rope outside. I want to walk around the track. I want to try other things. I feel like sometimes when you do the same thing over and over all day, it gets a little bit boring. And yeah, again, having my tears come out. All right, y'all, my name is Moni Meish. I do a million things, but most importantly, I am a rapper. I had a song come out every every month so far in this year, and I'm planning to keep it up. I also had an EP coming out titled URTLOML, which is You Are the Love of My Life, which is my fastest selling EP ever. It's really sad love songs like I love you but it's not kind of working out, or this is like what I think could happen, which is seems to be the story of my life right now. That was in April. In May I had Dear Corey, which is this month come out, which is a song about ice cream. If you love ice cream, Dear Corey is a great song for you. Please listen to the song while eating ice cream, make a video and post it online. I would be so happy about that. And then June, because Juneteenth is in June 19th, I have a song coming out called How Many Chains You Got. So this song mentions different part of the Black experience in America, from the transatlantic slave trade to the Middle Passage, to how Black people feel about chains and sneakers and being fly. And you're the flyest person, but you're in your house with a coat on because we're Black and landlords don't give us heat. And it goes off in different directions. And it's a song like, if you know, then you know. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Oh, follow me on Spotify, follow me on YouTube. New things coming out new videos coming out every week on YouTube, new songs coming out every month. And yeah, I don't know if I finished any of the stories that I started, because you know I'm just chatting and I'm just talking, but I'll see y'all later. Bye.